we're obviously an equal opportunity employer. We have a very diverse office staff, and when we go to look for a new team member, we're simply looking for someone who's going to fit in with our family, personality-wise, and our core values. We talk a lot about core values here. So we can always teach skill, but really it's just finding a really good fit for our team. Would essentially say would make you a good person, or a good team member, good teammate, good team player. Honesty, integrity, dependability, punctuality. We just look at every single individual as a whole and really truly from the inside. And that's the way we find the best fit, and we become a more cohesive family with each person that we add. We spend more time with these people here than we do with a lot of our families. And so it's important that everyone feels they have a great place to come to every day, and that it's safe, and that they're truly cared about by not only me, but again, each of their team members. And I think a good example is I know a lot of my staff members talk to each other and spend time together outside of work. And so I think that says a lot, that they're checking on each other, having fun together, worry for each other when something's not going well for one of them. And so we just get together and keep the family together and keep an open mind when we invite someone else in. We don't currently have any staff members with a disability, but to me would be a secondary, tertiary issue. Again, if you have a great personality and you can have the skills to do whatever your job description is, that's all you need. And the other part wouldn't matter. It doesn't. I don't know why it would, in any sense. My patients respond to the diversity in our staff, knowing that out of the group, there's going to be at least one, if not more, people that they can identify with. If I could offer one suggestion to an employer or a professional practice, it would be just to, again, keep an open mind, put any judgments or preconceived notions aside, and really try to look into that person and really find what they have to offer your practice, or your profession, or your business, or your family, because that's what matters the most.
Running a nonprofit is exactly like running a for-profit business, but without the resources. The Cimarron Alliance Quality Center has one full-time and one part-time staff person. That's not nearly enough to do all the work that's required of us here. In fact, it takes truly an army of volunteers to accomplish everything that we do. In the course of a year, it is not uncommon for us to work with over 100 different volunteers. These are women and men who believe strongly in our mission and want to give something back to their community. And it's interesting that among our volunteers, we have a number of people with disabilities. I say it's interesting because that was not particularly by design, but what we have found in exploring our volunteers is that those persons with disabilities are among the most dedicated people. They're truly here when they say they're going to be here. They're efficient. They stay on top of a project until it's finished. And it's a wide variety of disabilities too. Some are physical, some are emotional, and some are long-term illnesses. But regardless of what the disability is, the one thing that they all seem to have in common is a true dedication and a sense of responsibility to their work here at the center. Even though it doesn't offer a salary, it certainly offers a number of other things: involvement in the community, a place to fit in, a place to really belong. One of the things that we know is that when a group is marginalized, whether that's because of gender, or race, or religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, that those folks often find less opportunities. And when you add more than one piece to that marginalization, say it's a person of color who's also disabled, who also happens to be gay, a lot of times there are not as many opportunities, and yet those are the people who we find make extraordinary workers, so gifted in what they bring. The variety of things that some of these folks do for us is also pretty astounding. They work at the reception desk, take visitors, answer the phone, take messages. Some work in our library, others help with administrative tasks, doing Excel spreadsheets or working in social media. So the truth is that they are performing the very same tasks as every other person, whether that's a volunteer or a paid staff person. And they're doing so with a great sense of purpose. It will certainly be our intention in the future to provide even more volunteer opportunities. Cimarron Alliance for a long time has had a wonderfully inclusive non-discrimination policy for employment and for volunteering. We absolutely do not discriminate against any person for any reason. That includes perhaps even past criminal conviction, because we believe that everyone is deserving of a chance. And what we have found to be the case in almost every instance is that when you do give someone a chance, they take advantage of that in the best possible way. They're able to gain new skills, to use what they already know. They're also able to add experience to their resume. So while this is a volunteer position that most of these folks have, it's also something where they're building skills and they're building experience for their resumes. So it's truly a win-win for all of us. And we could not do what we do. We couldn't do a fraction of the work that we do without our volunteers, and many of those folks have disabilities. It's interesting as I was thinking about this, and we've all been in this position. We've been at a crowded mall the week before Christmas, and you see someone with a handicap sticker on their car, and they park in a handicapped space, and they get out and they walk right in the store. I've come to understand that there are disabilities that you can see and those that you cannot. But regardless of whether it's something that's visible or invisible to other people, a disability does not make a person disqualified for work. We really have believed, and still do even more so today, that persons with disabilities make great employees. We're grateful to have all of the people here at Cimarron Alliance who are able to help fulfill our mission on a daily basis.